Okay, class, now that you know how to get into ALEKS, I'm going to enter in the student view so you can see what it's going to look like when you first sign in for the very first time. When you sign in for the very first time, going through your Canvas, you're going to get a set of tutorials. Now, I'm going to skip through these pretty quickly. You need to read through them whenever you're going through the tutorials, okay? So here's your main menu, any notifications, and what to do next is always going to be in this green panel over here. I'm going to click Get Started. So you're going to go through the tutorials guide, and it's going to show you how to type things in. I'm going to skip that tutorial, but you need to go through it, okay? So I'm going to skip that second tutorial. So now it tells me, okay, I've done the tutorials, great job. You're ready to take the initial knowledge check. Okay, so your initial knowledge check, what ALEKS is doing is trying to get a basis for your individualized math program. In this initial knowledge check, you are not allowed to use outside resources. We're trying to figure out what you know already, okay? So you want to do this on your own. You don't want to use any outside resources. You can use a calculator, but you're not going to be using, any kind of websites or your friend, any of that, okay? So I'm going to click on Start, and then it'll go through a few little prompts for me, okay? I'll need to read all the prompts. Now I'm going to, because I'm going to go ahead and skip through, but it's just because I'm an instructor. So it lets me skip the knowledge check, and I'm going to tell it that I know a little bit about math. Not a lot, okay, but moderate, okay? So we'll see what happens. All right, so if you notice right here, it says I've got all these pieces of the pie. Okay, these are the topics. Here are the 4 topics listed right here: geometry, measurement, data analysis, linear equations and inequalities, lines, functions, systems, exponents, and polynomials. If you'll notice that I have mastered 118 of 205. So there are 205 topics, okay, 205. So I'm going to click Next. It says I've reached 2 of my goals so far, 2 of my progress goals. That means my pie's filled in. That's awesome, okay. So I'm going to click Continue. Okay, so you've got your pie tab. I can click on a slice and it tells me a little bit about it. I can look at my timeline. This is my timeline as I go along. Okay, this is what's coming up. Okay, that's my next due dates, and that's my week by week. Okay, so let's talk about a couple things. Notice it says Start My Path. ALEKS is always going to give you suggestions of what to learn. You can skip around because you're in OpenPie, and I will show you how to do that. Right now, I'm in probability, which that is the orange slice of the pie, which was the data, statistics, and data analysis. Okay, here's your menu bar. If you click on your menu bar, let's look at our assignments. So I'm going to click on Assignments, and notice it doesn't really show me anything. If I click View Upcoming, okay, it shows me a little bit more. I'm going to filter it, and I'm going to tell it to give it by category and show upcoming. And now it shows me all of my assignments. So you'll notice that you've got progress goal assignments, okay? And remember, these goals are set at 25, 50, 75, and 100. This is filling up your pie. You're trying to get the pie up to those, 25% of the objectives, 50% of the objectives, and so on. Here's your weekly time. Remember, that's 4 hours every week. Here are your tests. You can see there's your window. Look at the windows for your tests. And then down here, we call these external assignments. Participations, I'm going to manually put those in, and those are coming from Canvas, your discussions. And then these worksheets, we're actually not going to do worksheets this time. So I'll be removing those from there. So the only thing you'll be doing is your participation. So you've got your pie goal, you've got your weekly time, you've got your knowledge checks, and you've got your participations. Okay? Now, if you click here, you can see your grade book. I've got a few grades in already. You will have to go through the prompts each time. You know, that's giving you direction. And because I did so well on my first knowledge check, it gave me some grades already of 100. Okay, so now you're going to see you've got two modes up here. One of them is called learn and one of them is called review. Learn. That's your path. And so what's happening is ALEKS, from my initial knowledge check, is picking things that it thinks that I should be working on. I can use the carousel, like the horse carousel, the thing that goes around at the fair. And I use this drop down arrow, and this is my carousel. You can scroll through it and you can see these are all the topics that I have to pass, the objectives that I need to learn in this course. And I can pick one of them as long as it's not locked. This one's locked, but I can pick this one. It's not locked. And I can work on this one. So I can move around in my carousel if I choose to, okay, the carousel. So I'm in learn mode, and learn is your open pie. That's your homework. That's where you're getting all of your points or all of your, I'll come back to my home page, okay? You're getting all of your, and click on ALEKS Pie. You're getting all of your objectives. Right now I have 118 out of 205. It says I have 87 left to get to the 205. Okay. If I want to know what percent I've learned so far, I've learned 58% in the class. I just clicked on it. Okay. So this is learn mode. Now, to study for a test, you want to go into review mode. So in your review mode, it's just going to make sure that you are retaining all the things you've learned so far. You do have a carousel still in your review mode. So these are all the things. Notice it says review. These are all the things that I already have learned, and ALEKS would like for me to review those before I take the test. So these are my 118 topics or objectives that I've learned so far. Okay, so review mode is to prepare for the test, and learn mode is to get things into your pie. If you have any questions, you can email me at shauna.mccown@tjc.edu.